Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Red Wolves. We'll get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Red Wolves offense takes the field. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again. On that performance, David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Rayner. Got his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Red Wolves will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Arkansas's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that match.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was 4th down, and they'll give up the ball. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Rayner trying to set up the screen. They stopped him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for room. It's Washington. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Oh, he dropped it. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Red Wolves with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Red Wolves have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Green. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah.
Kearney on the Jets. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel. In their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Finds the tight end. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now on third down for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
He'll do it himself. He breaks a tackle.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Looking to pass. It's Green. They're working that left side. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Well, that defender just was better than his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse. It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Catch in the middle, it's Platt. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Blake. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Going up top again. Escapes trouble. He's going to run it. Got enough space.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't.
try to power it in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Arizona State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Caught behind the line. It's Summers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. Stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Finds his man. It's Burris. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cross. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. He's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
And the Red Wolves line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Uncorks one. Just way off target and missed it.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacate.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harold. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Rayner. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looks it in at the 40. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Forced out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Platt. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the route is on.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Brainerd. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Red Wolves will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Rolling right and going deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now. And I'm athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love...
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Golden Flashes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas Tech's offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense.